Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. Today's video is going to be the 26 books that I want to read in 2026. So, I have a list of books that I either had on my TBR for a really long time, or I also went through the Goodreads. Can I speak English? I also went through Goodreads lists that they do with books that will be coming out in the new year. Also just had some books on my radar from authors I follow that I loved their books previously. They're kind of like auto-buy authors. Just books that I've obviously seen on social media. We're starting off very strong in this list because this might be my number one book that I want to read in 2026. So I am like praying, I am like hoping to everything that this book comes out, and that is the second book for Lizzie and Hiii. I obviously don't have the book, nor am I gonna have a picture to even put up on the screen, so I will be holding this. This is what we have. We don't even know if it'll be coming out this year, but I'm just so hopeful that it will, because this book actually made me so sad and destroyed me. Their second book, and I hope final book, because I cannot do 3 books for them. I think I might go insane. So I'm praying, Chloe, if you're out there listening, watching, please release it this year. Please, please, please. I mean, no pressure, obviously. Never that. Hi. Next up, we have The Crescent City. Honestly, I'm missing book number 3. But these have been on my TBR, my physical TBR, for so long. And I literally made it like a little goal when fall started that I was going to read them. And I definitely didn't. But 2026 is the year that I do the things I say I'm going to do. That was my thing. So here they are. I will be reading these, at least these 2, this year. I don't know about the third one. That'd be great though, because then I'd be ready for whenever ACOTAR 6 comes out. We don't know when that's going to be, but it could be potentially this year. Who knows? Next up, Love Song by Elle Kennedy, which is part of the off-campus spin-off, I guess you could say, which is about their children, like love story. I know it has to do with, I think it's Logan's daughter and Garrett's son, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? Let's just search it up. Why am I guessing? Yes, we have Blake Logan and Wyatt Graham. After a brutal breakup, college junior Blake Logan escapes to her family's lake house in Tahoe, determined to shut out the world. Her plan is simple: no man, no drama, until Wyatt Graham shows up. Duh. Oh, wait, this is actually kind of interesting. So basically, they have like a little summer fling, and then they go their own ways, and they basically like try to forget about it, and they're thrown back together again. So then that's, I guess, where our story will pick back up, which sounds fun. I read The Charlie Method, as well as I read, oh my goodness, what was the other 2? Pause. I read The Graham Effect, The Dixon Rule, The Charlie Method, and I really enjoyed them a lot. I think I just really like Elle Kennedy's writing. Like, me and her writing, I like it. It really just does something for me every time. I really have a nostalgic feeling when it comes to off-campus and Briar U. So I just really enjoy all of these books that are coming out now about their kids. I think it's great and it's so fun. I'm really excited to hopefully read that not hopefully, I'm gonna get this list done, so I'm really excited to read that book in 2026. Then we have Champagne Problems by Miss Hannah Grace. I have been waiting for a freaking book from her ever since I finished Daydream. Sorry, I'm like looking at my bookshelf. I'm like, what the is the name of that book? Yeah, Daydream. Ever since I finished Daydream, I've been like, I need another one. I had such a good time when I read Wildfire, Daydream, when I Icebreaker. I loved all of those. So I'm really excited to read her new book. I know it's a F1 romance, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I literally know nothing. Goodreads is literally empty. I'm pretty sure it is an F1 though. Yeah, so basically this is an F1 romance. I haven't read a whole lot of F1. I think I've maybe read one F1 romance. I'm excited to read this one by her. I also forgot to say that a lot of these books are like series or duologies, and I'm kind of just counting them as like one thing. I'm not counting each book as a separate thing because it doesn't make sense in my head to do that. I feel like they're the same thing. Like, you know, they're the same story, so they're the same book, but not, right? The next books that I have is actually the Belladonna series. As I've been saying forever, I'm like, I'm gonna start it. I feel like I would really love the gothic atmosphere that the book has, like in general, and I have honestly no idea what it's about. Like, orphaned as a baby, 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each one more interested in her wealth than her well-being, and each has met an ultimately end. Oh, sorry, my dyslexia kicked in. Untimely end. Her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove, an estate both glittering and glooming. Its patriarch mourns his late wife through wild parties, while his son grapples for control of the family's waning reputation, and his daughter suffers from a mysterious illness. But when their mother's restless spirit appears claiming she was poisoned, Signa realizes that the family she depends on could be in grave danger. So she enlists the help of a surly stableboy to hunt down the killer. However, Signa's best chance of uncovering the murderer is an alliance with Death himself, a fascinating, dangerous shadow who has never been far from her side. Though he's made her life a living hell, Death shows Signa that their growing connection may be more powerful and more irresistible than she ever dared imagine. That literally sounds like something that I would eat up in a day. Like, I would love that. Then we have The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez, which honestly, I have to know nothing about this book because it's Abby Jimenez. I'm gonna enjoy it. I am so beyond excited to read a new book by her. I have loved almost, I think, every single one. I don't think any book has been less than a 4-star. Like, I've loved every single book. Oh, yeah, I remember now. For the first time, amid all her side hustles to scrape by, things finally feel easy. But Chris isn't the one who drove Larissa home all those months ago. Chris is her boyfriend's best friend. All Chris wants is for Larissa to be happy. Standing by on the sidelines is slowly killing him, but making a move would destroy someone else, and he's just not that guy. This is like everything to me because it's like best friends to lovers, and it's like forbidden because he's the best. I don't know. I'm gonna eat this up. I can already tell that I'm gonna devour this book. Literally, I'm gonna in one day probably, and I'm so excited for it. So I can't wait for that to come out. It actually comes out March 31st, my birthday month. Birthday gift, you could say. My birthday's March 10th. It's so far from my birthday, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a birthday gift.
Girl.
Then we have Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune, which I'm so hyped for because I really loved One Golden Summer. Like, I don't know what was in that book, but I ate it up. Wow, the way I said it's about a hurricane, I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, this has nothing to do with a hurricane. I have no idea what it's about. Let's read what it's actually about. So we have Frankie and George have been best friends since they were 8 years old, both passionate, impulsive, and headstrong. They've always clashed and come back together until now. Eve of Frankie's wedding weekend, and she doesn't know where they stand or even if George will show up as her best man. Then, at the start of the festivities, in walks George. From one glorious evening surrounded by her loved one, Frankie's life is finally perfect. But it all comes crashing down when her fiancé dumps her the next morning, leaving only a note as an explanation. Crushed and confused, Frankie returns to her family's home to wallow, but George has a different idea and a plan for healing Frankie's broken heart. He wants her to go on her honeymoon with him, if it means unearthing secrets and long-bearing feelings neither knows how to handle, even if it means falling apart for good. So I'm hearing friends to lovers. Check. Love that. I am hearing a little vacation tropical vibe. I love that. We'll be reading this probably as soon as it comes out. Next up, we have The Shippers by Kathleen Center. I've actually never read anything by her, but I've been very interested to read because I've seen a lot of people really do enjoy her writing. I thought it would be good to just try her newest releases coming out. I think this was actually one of the books that I found on the list for Goodreads new books that are coming out. Oh my god, it's a destination wedding on a cruise ship. Love that. Her sister's a little busy being a bride at the moment, so Jojo ropes in her childhood bestie, Cooper Wyatts, to be her wingman. Is this another Friends to Lovers? Okay, hello. We have a lot of Friends to Lovers coming out in 2026. I'm kind of obsessed. Yeah, shipboard antics ensue in this witty, heart-tugging childhood Friends to Lovers romance as Jojo and Cooper fake flirt, slow dance, share a cabin, a one-bed trope, sing duets, treat sunburns, get jealous, rescue each other over and over, and finally at last figure it all out in the most blissful, swoony, romantic way. Ooh, fun. Okay. Next up, we have Throne of Nightmares by Miss Carrie Maniscalco. I'm super excited. I really loved this series a lot. Throne of Secrets, Throne of the Fallen, and this one coming up is Throne of Nightmares. Very hyped about it. Honestly, it's about Prince Sloth, and I kind of love him because he has this library that he never wants to leave. Like, he's me, literally, in a guy in a book. It's me. Hi. So I'm just excited for this one too. I keep saying I'm excited. I'm excited for all of them, obviously. So excited! Oh my god, if you guys can actually tell, I'm using a ring light because this room is so beyond dark as it is, and the day is gloomy on top of it. So the lighting in here was actually horrific, and I don't really have anywhere else that I can record. So yeah, if you can see the light in my glasses, that's what that is. Prince Sloth hates leaving his enchanted library, but when a forgotten deity threatens the very fabric of the underworld, he's thrust into a race against time. He must find the Book of Nightmares, an ancient artifact that has the power to break worlds before it unleashes a deadly game to free its master, the goddess of night. Lord Brimstone has always loved getting lost in a book. Me too, girl. But she never met literally. Yet after visiting a traveling caravan, she quickly finds herself transported to a terrifying but oddly familiar world with a calculating prince at her side. That literally sounds like such a good time. I'm hyped about it. Comes out really soon. In February 10th, you already know that it is pre-ordered because I'm so excited to read it. Next up, we have Rite of the Starling by Devony Perry. This is book number 2 after Shield of Sparrow. After the ending of Shield of Sparrow, I have so many questions and I'm so ready for them to be answered in this book. Since it is a second book, I'm not really going to say the synopsis because I feel like that would probably give stuff away. But if you haven't already, Shield of Sparrows is 1,000% worth the read, and you should definitely read it before the second book comes out. After that, we have Riftborn and Dustbound. I'm actually currently reading Riftborn already, and so far so good. Sophia is branded as an outcast 2 years after a rebellion. She has this kind of, honestly, it gives me Major Frozen vibes. She has a power that she doesn't know how to handle or why it happens, where it came from. And she tries to control it, but when she gets upset, she loses control, and she happens to lose control in front of not only anyone, but the general of the army from where she lives. And he sees her power, and he decides that either she has to join the army and help him, or she would go to jail, basically. This is book 2, which is Dustbound, so I'm including that in here because these will go together. I had on my list another Frederick Bachman book. I really didn't have one in mind, but I'm kind of leaning towards Anxious People. I feel like I would enjoy that one the most out of the ones that I haven't read. I did read the Beartown trilogy last year, and I very much enjoyed that. That was a 5-star series for me. I think it's honestly very, very interesting. He just has a very specific way of writing where he gives you an idea and he somehow wraps that whole thing up throughout the entire story. It's really beautiful and I love it. After that, I have We Who Will Die, which is actually a vampire academy type of, it reminds me kind of Fourth Wing, but vampires. So don't know a whole lot about it, but I know this book already came out. and I really want to get to it as soon as possible. I think I would really like this because I happen to really love my vampire romances. So then we have Fury Bound, is book number 2 after Direborn, and this honestly is just, if you haven't read Direborn, you have to. It is like a wolf pack type of thing. Not wolf pack, like they're not wolves, they like ride wolves basically. I don't know, it's really good. The romance is really good. The story, like the actual plot itself, is also very good. So if you haven't read it, I recommend to read before this book comes out. I've been patiently waiting for this book ever since I finished the first one because I was obsessed, and I didn't even realize that it was not just a standalone until I finished the book and I went and I was like, oh my god, that ending, what's next? And the book wasn't even out yet. Next up I had Vancouver Storm series. I'm pretty sure I'm only missing one book from this series, and I actually really enjoy this. This is like a really good palate cleanser series, little hockey romance. I'm gonna have them up on the screen and I'll circle which one is the one that I'm missing. So I would like to actually get that done and actually have not only a book for this year off this list done, but also have a series completed because I'm in the middle of a couple and I need to cut them down. Then we have Just Friends by Miss Hiii Pham. I'm so excited. It just, like, the synopsis literally sounds like something I would love. Blair and Declan were inseparable growing up. Another friends to lovers, duh. Best friends who knew each other better than anyone else, but when an impulsive kiss took them from friends to something more, everything changed. Just as quickly as their romance started, one moment shattered it all, leaving them with nothing but heartbreak and silence. 4 years later, Blair is back in their coastal hometown of Seabrook to support her mom and care for her great aunt Lottie as her health declines. To make ends meet, Blair applies to work at a coffee shop, only to discover it's managed by none other than Declan, the boy she loved, the boy she lost, the boy who still makes her heart race. As Blair's path keeps crossing with Declan's, old wounds resurface, secrets are revealed, and sparks reignite. But could their future ever be free of their past? Ooh, it's told in dual timelines. Okay, well, I'm excited. First love, friends to lovers. Well, friends to lovers to strangers, back to lovers. I did sign up for the arc. Fingers crossed that I get it because I would love to read it before it comes out. Yeah, I'm just really excited. As I've said with literally every book on this list, if you can't tell, I'm excited. This was another book that I found on the Goodreads list for books that were coming out this year, and I'm not gonna lie. One, the cover is the reason why I decided to even add it to this list, and then I just love coffee, and it was called a latte like love, like hello. That's right up my alley. I was like, yeah, I want to read that. It's cute. It's brewing as a barista falls for a reclusive artist struggling with the tragic aftermath of an accident in this charming epic romance. So basically, we have a barista. She notices this new customer that comes in every day, orders a coffee, never drinks it, but always tips it really generously. And I guess they go from there. It sounds like something I would enjoy. And I've never heard of this author. Her name is Michelle C. Harris. So I think I want to give it a try. So next up, we have In Her Own League by Miss Liz Tomford. I am so hyped to read this book. Not really considered part of her Windy City series, but it is tied into it if I'm not mistaken. And I am pumped to be reading this because I love that series. I love all of them except book 1. I never read it and I don't think I ever will. I really don't find a need. I know a lot of people really dislike that one. The story never interested me a whole lot. When we get them, those characters in the other books, they weren't like something that caught my attention. So, Caught Up. I love Caught Up. A single dad trope, I'll eat it up every time. Love, love, love that one. Then we have Happy Ending by Miss Chloe Lies. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason this book is on this list is because I saw the cover and it literally gave me Emily Henry vibes. But going off vibes alone, I think I'm gonna enjoy this book. Theo and Alex have 3 things in common. They love food, they hate where they live, and they're both divorced. Otherwise, they couldn't be more different. Thea's never cooked a day in her life. Alex is a world-class chef. Alex resents feeling stuck in his hometown. Thea resents the town for not feeling more like home. Oh, wait, I remember this. Thea and her ex are in a continuous custody battle for their dog. Alex and his ex amicably co-parent their daughter. Beyond a few friends in common, a couple small world connections, their lives look nothing alike. Okay, I remember this. So basically, we have Thea and Alex. They kind of have to fake date because their exes are now dating, and they go on like a family trip, and they start just basically like fake dating, say that they're old friends and first loves and all this thing. And yeah, so basically we have like a fake dating type of thing, and I'm excited. I love fake dating if it's done right. And we have Fever Dream by Miss Elsie Silver. She is on this list because she is an auto-buy author for me. I have loved every single book that I've read by her. The only series I've had a really hard time with is her first series that came out, which is like this series that has Front Runner in it, and it's basically the sister of the brothers from the Chestnut Spring series. So it's the sisters like relationship and then her friends that she makes. And I don't love that series. I think I've read 2 of the books and they were just okay. They didn't wow me like Chestnut Springs. Oh my god, this is about Emmett. I forgot. Yes, this is about Emmett, which is Theo Silva's rival. He decides to join a reality TV show, but he has no idea that one of the people in it is Theo Silva's sister, Julia Silva. Kind of like, I guess I'm not going to say enemies because I don't think they're enemies, but maybe kind of like a dislike to love type of thing. And I'm very, very pumped. I love Elsie's writing. I think her writing is so fun, so fast paced. And I'm ready to eat this up when it comes out. Okay, so up next we have Dolly All the Time by Annabelle Monaghan. And I have not read, honestly, any book by her. I do own one. It's a love story, is what the book's called. But this one really got me because it says it's a Pretty Woman type of deal, too good to refuse. And I am obsessed with the movie Pretty Woman. I think it's so freaking good. And I'm excited to read a book like it. Like, we have The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston. I'm so hyped to read yet another book by her. I love the way she does magical realism in her books. I think it's so fun. It adds just like, I don't know, it adds a little spice, if you will, to a romance book. Always enjoy her books. The new head gardener at the enchanting Lilymore house stumbles upon a secret garden with a mysterious man trapped inside. And then the door appears. Never in the same place twice. It leads her to a secret and unfinished garden with a frustrated thundercloud of a man trapped inside. Inconveniently attractive nephew who is also there just for the summer. Okay, so that sounds fun. I feel like I'm gonna really like that. And it's a freaking secret garden with a person trapped inside. Like, hello? Duh, I'm reading that. Oh, then we have Before I Let Go. I know nothing about this book. As with almost every book on this list, I'm just all about the vibes. I'm a mood reader to my core. So if the vibe is right, I'm adding it. So many good reviews on this book that I just added it because I wanted to give it a shot, see how I felt. And I like that from what I've heard, these are like very deep romances, very real romances, and I really love those. So I think I'm gonna really enjoy this one as well. And see, I'm gonna include in that little bubble, if I get to it, I would like to just read the entire Skyland series with the rest of the books that come after this one. After that, we have First and Forever by Lynn Painter. This looks, at least based off the cover, as a football romance, which I just love me a sports romance. So fun. I've actually never read any of Lynn Painter's adult romances. I do love her YA romances though. So I decided to go ahead and add in an adult romance and see how I feel about it. Her YA romances are great. I definitely recommend them. Like, obviously, I'm nowhere near being the age range for a YA romance, but I still really love them and enjoy them. So that says a lot about the writing style and the stories in them. If you are kind of edging away from her books, her YA books, because you're like a bit older, don't, because I think you could still really, really enjoy them. Oh my god, this one is gonna be so freaking good now that I'm reading it. I remember. It's a PR stunt that only one side knows is fake. Strong push from the Coyotes PR team to ride the wave results in Connor asking Duffy out. Despite his distaste for PR stunts, he's surprised to discover being with Duffy is much easier than he thought, and somehow it doesn't feel fake to him. Harboring this secret can only blow up, but all he knows is that if he messes things up with Duffy, it will be the greatest fumble of his life. Mic drop. Hello? You mean to tell me it is fake dating, but they don't both know? Only he knows? Yeah, sign me up. I'm ready for the messiness of what's to come with that. That sounds like a good time. And I'm here for it. And football? I love football. I mean, I don't sit and watch it, but like, go sports, you know? We have I put the Season of Carnage trilogy, which includes the tourist season and then harvest season, which comes out this year in June. And I just thought these would be really fun to maybe read during Halloween time. Maybe I'll do like a little reading vlog on reading both of those. We'll see. Yeah, but there is gonna be 3 books. So far, we only have the tourist season and harvest season. Darkly funny, slow burn enemies to lovers romance where destruction and desire are balanced on the edge of a blade, and where love is the most dangerous battleground of all. So it's like a witty type of dark romance type of thing, and I'm here for it. I love when that's done right. And I don't mean to call out a book, but I do not love like when it's done like Lights Out was. I despised Lights Out. So I'm hoping this will like bring me back from that. Because she wrote Butcher and Blackbird. I loved Butcher and Blackbird. I mean, I didn't finish the series, but I loved that one. Like, I thought that book was so funny and so messed up, but hilarious at the same time. Our last and final book is going to be The Final Score by Lana Ferguson. It comes out on July 7th. The thing she wants to do is ask her half-brother for help after what she's put him through, but it's looking like his best friend's spare room might only... Oh my God. It is a freaking brother's best friend. Yes, sign me up. No, I'm literally pumped. I'm excited. I love brother's best friend. And they have to live in the same place. Yes, I'm so excited about that. Actually, I'm so excited. Soon, confiding in each other leads to falling into bed, and this fling will either play with their hearts or score them the ultimate goal of love. Yes, give it to me. Give it to me. Give me that. We're just friends. We just hook up. Well, that is my 26 books for 2026. I am very hopeful to get through all of them. We made it to the end of the list. Hopefully you guys stuck around. Let me know if we have any of the same books that we want to read this year, or let me know some of yours that you're really excited for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you see you next time. Bye. She drive the Nissan, and she in a pink run. I don't want her.